All right, time now for this hour's car review. Mr. Mars has the Mercedes-Benz EQS 580, and apparently there's a story with it.
I have.
Oh, wait just a minute. Huh?
Turn me back on here when I'm talking about this Mercedes-Benz. So
boy.
This is the 2023 Mercedes-Benz. This is the second year for the EQS 580 4MATIC SUV. Now
So that's the EQS.
Full EV.
Full-blown EV. And it's got some things. Now, it's a very good-looking car, I believe.
Fangs.
Now, they call it an SUV, but it's more like a CUV, obviously. It's large. It's got the optional third row in this particular vehicle. Now, when I say it's large size, the wheelbase is actually 10 inches longer than the Model X Tesla.
Whoa.
So it's the biggest full EV that I could find. There's really nothing else there. We'll get to that in a few minutes, but it's a real sharp-looking car, I think. I like this SUV CUV styling on it. Of course, it's got the digital LED lighting all the way around with adaptive headlights. It's got the power folding side mirrors. This sunroof tilts and slides back, and you got to be careful. You push it, and all of a sudden it comes open. This thing, it rolls on some 21-inch AMG wheels. And it's got some seamless door handles. The side of the car is smooth till you get up to it. Either you push the key fob or you get close enough, it activates, and the door handle extends out. You know, some cars you walk up, you touch the door handle, and it unlocks. No, you got to wait for this to extend out, and then you can touch it. And it's really kind of cool, but don't do it in the rain because it's a little slow getting out there. You know, push the button before you get to it.
No, it is Neaterville.
Yes, true.
Everything's slow in Neaterville.
So when you get to the inside of it, it's got real leather seating surfaces on it. The front seats are massaging. They're power. They got rapid heat front seats. So when you tell it to heat up, it does it quick. The second row is also power adjustable and heated. And there's wireless charging back there. There's an armrest for the seats, and it has the optional third row seat, which I think is really great that they made that third row an option because it's really, you're not going to put anything back there but kids. I mean, that's all you're going to do. So I think it's great that they did that because if you don't want them, then great. Now, it's got a heads-up display on it, and it's got what they call the hyperscreen across the dash. Now, this goes all the way across the dash. I'm talking 56 inches of screen that goes across this thing from the driver to the center stack screen into the passenger screen. And so the passenger can literally do radio controls, air conditioning, and everything so that it doesn't have to get involved in the center stack. So
and
you can
quadra vision.
And they can move stuff back and forth. I mean, and there's no buttons. No, I take that back. There's no knobs. There are buttons. There's a couple of buttons like the emergency flasher buttons that when you lay your arm on the armrest, it happens to fall on top of that. And you set off the flashers going down the road. But other than that, it's all
the voice of experience.
Yeah, all touch screens. And it's really, there's a lot of stuff in there, and you got to kind of work through some of it.
Is there a Mercedes-Benz dealership in Neaterville?
There is, and I'll get to that. Beaumont. So it's got the parking assist surround view so that you can see all the way around the car when you go to park for it. Wireless headphones, got the Burmeister surround sound audio system in it, and it's got a lot of storage places in the door panels, little cubby holes, the consoles, and behind the third row seat. So there's a lot of technology in this car. I mean, you're going to have to work through it to get used to driving this car. There's a lot of technology in this thing. But you get up under the hood, which it doesn't have a hood, which is another interesting thing. There's dual electric motors powers this.
Wait a minute. You get up under the hood, and there is no hood.
There is no hood. So you go to the front of the car.
You got to go to Beaumont to get to
where
the hood.
where the hood is. You know, some of them they call them frunks. You know, like on some of them call frunks because you can put storage in there.
Because this is all electric.
This has got a hood on it, but you're not allowed in it as the owner. You can't get in it. And it says, we went to the owner's manual. How do I get the hood open? It says not to be open unless you're a certified Mercedes-Benz technician.
You know, I'm sure that Mercedes-Benz is going to love this review.
Then we went out on the internet and we found a hack on how to get into it. But we didn't do it because once we saw the pictures, it's nothing. It's motors and stuff. There's no place to put anything.
It's a
but it was
service
interesting
access.
that you couldn't get into it.
You have 30 seconds left in this review.
Okay, so it comes up with 536 horsepower equivalent, 653 pound-feet. It's got regenerative braking on the paddle shifter. So if you downshift on the paddle shifter, it increases the regenerative braking, and you can literally stop yourself using that. Now, the EQS 580 has a 285-mile range on it. We didn't try to push it that far. And we ended up going over to the Mercedes-Benz dealer in Beaumont to charge it for the press fleet to come and pick it up because it was 27 hours to charge it on the Home 110 thing. So we went there, we hooked it up to the level 1 that the car said, here's where it is. And it was kind of slow there. And I heard a salesman explain to somebody that was looking at another EQS about the level 3 charger that they had. So anyway, I couldn't get the level 3 to work, so I left it on the level 1. And that's another story altogether. This car comes with standard air suspension with adaptive dampening system, so it's a very smooth, luxurious type ride without being floaty. It does have an off-road setting. It'll go off-road a little bit.
Oh, my God.
Not much. It's got only 9 inches of clearance, but it'll get you a little bit. And interestingly, I didn't find out until I was doing the review, the notes, it has an external sound generator, so I didn't get to try that. Now, this is a large vehicle. It's actually 10 inches bigger than the Tesla X, 10 inches longer. The Tesla X starts at $94,990. The Plaid starts at $104.
I'm going to be at work Monday.
This is bigger, so I didn't really find anything to compare it to. So the base model for this car is $125,950 at $20,940 worth options. Price is MSRP $146,890.
Want to remind everybody that the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24/7 through the iHeart Radio app. Just look for In-Wheel Time Car Talk.